laws of nature for guiding me, protecting me, and giving me the strength to endure the imperfect. I shall attack with vigor, making progressive moves. A divine mind knows, a divine mind shows all things work in divine order. All things work in divine order. All things work in divine order. Peace and power to the people of the struggle. Salute, salute, salute. How you doing? Saturday edition. The green screen edition. Women up. Hose down and out. Women up. Hose down and out. Come through, and as you come through, make sure you share. Let the tribe know we here. Make sure you like and be green screen ready. This is for the comrade, the queen comrades, the queen comrades. Salute. I see you, Big V. I see you, one of the gorgeous queen comrades from out, way out in the Bay Area. What's good? What's going on? I see T's in the building. Oh, yeah. Because, they know what it is. They see that title is Woman Up. For those women who want truth and transparency when it comes to answering questions that they may not have. That king, that brother, that uncle, that cousin, that significant other that they can ask. They can do it right here. So, I say so. If there are any of the men up in here, remember, hey, no, remember that you are because it isn't for you, fam. It is for our queens to do what they do. All right? So I want to begin with a poem from one of the greatest poets of not only our time, but any time. Right? The great Nikki Giovanni. And ironically, it's called Woman or Woman Poem. You see, my whole life is tied up to unhappiness. It's father cooking breakfast and me getting fat as a hog or having no food at all, and father proving his incompetence again. I wish I knew how it would feel to be free. It's having a job they won't let you work, or no work at all, castrating me. Yes, it happens to women too. It's a sex object if you're pretty and no love, or love and no sex if you're fat. Get back. Fat black woman. Be a mother, grandmother, strong thing, but not woman. Games woman, romantic woman, love, needer. Man, seeker, dick eater, sweat, getter. Fuck needing love, seeking woman. It's a hole in your shoe and buying little sis a dress. And her saying you shouldn't when you know all too well that you shouldn't. But smiles are only something we give to properly dressed social workers, not each other. Only smiles of, I know, your game, sister, which isn't really a smile. Joy in finding a pregnant roach and squashing it, not finding someone to hold. Let go, get off, get back. Don't turn me on, you black dog. How dare you care about me? You ain't got no good sense, 'cause I ain't shit. You must be lower than that to care. It's a filthy house with yesterday's watermelon and Monday's tears, 'cause true ladies don't know how to clean. It's intellectual devastation of everybody to avoid emotional commitment. Yeah, honey, I would have married him, but he didn't have no degree. It's knock-kneed, mini-skirted, wig-wearing, Died blonde, mama scar born, dead, my scorn. Your whore, rough, healed, broken nailed, powdered face me, whose whole life is tied up to unhappiness, 'cause it's the only for real thing I know. September 1968, Nikki Giovanni. So let's get it. Y'all already know what it is. This is Woman Up. So y'all queens know that y'all dictate the dialogue of this build, where we go with it, how far we go with it. You understand? Do you understand? Do you understand? Right? And I see you all, Yvette, Kelly, I see you all. Again, let's get to it. And I am still in a little bit of distress with how the entire case or non-case is moving with our sister who was done a grave injustice out with so-called friends in Mexico. All right, so as the more information comes in, the processing of exactly what transpired is still weighing heavy on me as far as how women who should be, the most nurturing of one another and who should be safe amongst one another has taken a terrible turn in the last 2 decades. I mean, we always had, a sense of competitiveness and animosity and petty jealousies amongst the group, but it is now in a space where it has become unhealthy to be around one another, and now it's in a space where it has the possibility of being deadly, and we've watched this behavior become encouraged, especially over these last 10 or 15 years of social media, uh, what they want to deem hip hop culture and thoughtism and all that. It has stripped away, a lot of those elements and characteristics, that our sisters had and were levels ahead of any other group on the planet. Our sisters was the most, and we have to get back to that space if we are to believe that we're going to be successful, in our endeavors towards liberation. Without that, we can hang it up. Because if our sisters cannot grow to love and nurture themselves, they definitely won't be able to love and nurture us, especially under the conditions that's going to, become normal once we are truly active in, reaching our absolute goal, which is to get these people up off of us and away from us. So we're gonna need that. And that is a learning. That is a learning, that is a behavior, and it is a discipline. All right? So let's get to it. Green screens popping, questions. Let's get it. I'm here. You understand? I'm here. Talk about it. Talk about it. Let's go. Let's go. All right. I hope everybody has, enjoyed, their time off. All right. Salute, salute. East Coast stamp. Salute, salute, salute. So let's get it on. I need. Come on now. Need a question. Oh, V. Why are we like this to each other? Always black on black, never black on white. Um, there's plenty of black on white. Plenty. It's just it's not publicized. It's not thrown in the front. You can see it. Plenty of it. Again, they will never put that in the face of the masses for the threat that it imposes when it comes to mentality. You dig? If you are witnessing people, right, who have an awareness, a slight awareness of their disadvantages, of how they're being treated, right, based on their color, and they are enraged, right, and move without intention, without purpose towards a political goal. They're just raging outwardly and causing these acts. Others will witness that and say, well, I understand where they may be, but they were wrong in this, that, and the third. So you begin to pick and analyze and say, well, damn, if they only had knowledge and intellect and purpose in their attacks, instead of being criminal, it can be a confrontational act and we can, organize around it. So therefore, there is in the reason why they never ever show it. But if you look, right, you see it. They get busy. What are your thoughts on the condition of our men in the community? And what are your suggestions to help fix the problem? Woo! The conditions of the men in our community is evident and it's clear. They are beat up. Our men are beat up. They're exhausted physically, mentally, they're drained, and spiritually, they're absent. You can see it in their posture, you can see it in their face. And anyone with any clinical background, any form of clinical study or work can make that observation that they're suffering from uh, essence and a state, that is clearly past any stage of PTSD. You can see it, you can feel it, you can hear it. Generally, when you see men in our community, there's a defeatism around them. They have a defeatist attitude. You may get little specks of men who are prideful, right? Men who are militant, men who are strong, right? And are working and making an attempt to figure out how they can be an asset to what is going on with our families, with our nation. But the numbers are very, very small. Then you have others who may pull at, snatch at, grab at, these dated doctrines, old rhetoric, and, ancient institutions, right? To fill that space, to make it say, well, at least I'm engaged and I'm involved in something. But in that, they don't have it in here to reach out or reach within themselves to create something new and stay true to it, stay down on it, right? Moving away from anything else that they have inherited. Only selective individuals who have tested their theories, who have practiced their theories over and over again, and really have that man energy that you may not be looking for, but definitely need in order to fulfill and replenish what the women have been putting out for so long. You see, anyone who is in battle has to replenish themselves. Has to. Your enemies replenish themselves because they sit in a pocket where all resources come to them on a regular basis. They have financial resource. They have a spiritual base of resource, right? They have all these mechanisms around them that keep them replenished, to keep the war going on, right? Their women and children fear them, right? So they have a way up, even when they feel weak. We don't have that. We don't build that. That is absent and has been absent, I say, since the mid-70s, when we were at our most radical. So your man, absent of what's needed to be a pillar of strength, to give you the comfort, the satisfaction, right? The ambition to move further. This is what you get. You get people who use everything, right, as a coping space. And they have crutches, and they have vices, and they have a lot of displacement. So you can't. What do you have hope in? What do you have faith in? What do you push for? Right? Because we already know. We know faith is something that is absent. You have faith. That's why they call it blind faith, because you haven't seen the end result of it. Hope is you have witnessed the end result of what it is you're believing in. Hopefully, because it worked before, you witnessed it before, somebody else witnessed it before. That's hope. Faith is different. It has not been proven. It is blind. So when you don't have faith in your black man, when you don't have any more hope in your black man feels that. And that is the result of what we're looking at. That's your end result right there. So now how can you be satisfied? How can you sit and how can you plan? There is no planning. It's gone. It's gone. Where do you sit down and begin your trek? Because everything else is out there for you. Everything is out there for you. Your enemy has placed it all there in front of you. Now you can be tricked into, right, believing that you're included, that you're inclusive in that, right? Since that's what this new Supreme Court justice, was talking about, and that old coon that's up there with her. What is diversity? What is inclusion? Right? That's what they're getting ready to argue about. As far as this affirmative action thing that's getting ready to take place. But my thing is, when you have people who believe that they're included and they continuously see barriers, right? Or you can coast for 20, 30 years until it hits you in your face. You realize like, oh shit, nah, I'm still the same space because I'm not actually being recognized. I'm being tolerated. So as a nation, after living through decades and decades of that, we build an animosity towards one another. Black man doesn't look to his woman as a space of refuge. The black woman only looking at the man for what she can get from him, what she can use him for as a tool, right? But not as a partner, not as a comrade, not as her, savior. Because if we are not each other's saviors, then we're continuously going to be in a space of doom. We need our counterparts. We need each other, right, to be all that we can be for each other. And in order to do that, we have to dismiss anything that we have inherited and anything that is presently there that was in place by our enemies. That's just how it is. If not, the cycle continues. The cycle continues. You dig? So that's what you see when you see your black man. That's what you see. And it's always going to show itself. It's always going to pop its head off. Pop its head up because it must. It's science and math. You cannot hide it. It has to surface. And when it surfaces, it's another blow. Boom. And it punches you right in your chest. And you just look and you become disheartened. And you're going to seek solace somewhere. I don't care if it's in the arms of another woman. I don't care if it's in the arms of a drug. I don't care if it's in the arm of a lifestyle. I don't care if it's in the arms of a career. You're going to seek solace and comfort because that is the human condition. We want to be comfortable. We want to find a space of security, of safety from the elements, safety from our enemies. That's what that is. If you cannot find that in your man, you're going to find it somewhere else. And all the shit that you're looking for it in, it ain't there. It's not near religious book, not in none of the governing social doctrines. It's not there. Purposely, the black woman cannot find solace and comfort in any of that. The black man cannot find comfort and solace in any of that. You have to find it within each other. But you have to be aware of who you are. How do you get there? The only way you're going to get there is to struggle and fight. Welcome the struggle. I don't just say it, I live it. Welcome the struggle. When you embrace and welcome that struggle, it's totally different. It's totally different. Then you begin to look at each other with a different gaze. It's intentional, it's purposeful. When I look in the eyes of my women, I see love. That's it. I don't see anything else. Now, after she is proven to be one who I cannot trust, cannot seek solace in, who is so, right, determined to be up under master or to believe in master, then I can deal with them accordingly or not deal with them. But initially, I have to look at her as my savior. I cannot give anyone or anything benefit of the doubt over her. When you do that, you're a lost cause. That's what you see. That's what you see. All right? That's what you see. Let's go. Get the screens popping. And please excuse me if I miss questions. Sometimes you may have to, retype it in the chat. As you can see, while I'm speaking, I'm moving. You know, I'm not actually reading the chat in real time. I don't know why uh, our Jamaican brethren was put on timeout, but let him back in. Um, I saw another question. Hold on. Please excuse me. CC salute. Okay. Hold on. I saw a question. So please excuse me. Again, thank you everybody, especially our queens, for coming here on this Saturday. I hope everybody ate good. You did your thing, regardless of, you celebrating or not. We know what time of year this is, a whole lot of turkeys in the gut, a whole lot of, other foods and stuff. You dig? Black Queen to me. Why is the Black Queen the most mistreated throughout the world? You really want me to answer that? Oh, I see you typed it again. You don't know? What happens? What happens on a chessboard when somebody gets your queen? Usually that means your game is over. She has to be mistreated. She has to be beaten. She has to be disrespected. And it has to be consistent. Because if the Black woman is left alone, if she is left to rebuild herself, if she is left to re-energize herself, then she shifts the dynamics of what is going on in the world. There is nobody more powerful than her. No one. So your enemy has to create an institution of consistent hate, consistent attack, consistent murder of this Black woman. I wouldn't care how old she is. I don't care if she's 2. I don't care if she's 92. Her power, her essence, her energy can shift the entire planet at any given time. Scientific fact. Scientific fact. That is how powerful she is. And I always ask you to use this analytical exercise. I want you to go anywhere in your travels, anywhere, and just sit in a space and watch what happens when a Black woman enters a room, enters a space, enters an elevator, enters anything, anywhere, in a set space and time. If a Black woman enters, you watch everyone shift. The air, the trees, animals, everything shifts no matter who she is, regardless if she knows herself or not, regardless if she is in dire straits or not, whether she's homeless or whether she's one of the most wealthy of our Black women. It shifts the energy of the room. Everybody who is not sure of themselves becomes uncomfortable. Salute, Randy Smith. Salute. Thank you for the green screen. Okay? It shifts. She actually can shift atoms. Just watch. That's all I ask you to do. Remember, don't believe in me. Believe in my belief in you. Try it. when you in Target, when you in Walmart, when you're in a beauty salon, when you're getting your nails done. Sit down. If you're at work and somebody is coming in, sit down and watch. But please do not allow her to see you watching. Because I watch you women, and I don't know if you notice or not, you women do some of the weirdest things to each other. I mean, I literally see y'all rolling eyes at each other, doing all type of weird face movement, all type of things. And the other woman is not even noticed. She don't even see you, but I'm watching. I'm like, well, why did she just do that to this woman? You check each other out from head to toe, all that. Rarely do I see a woman give a good head nod or acknowledgement. It's crazy. I'm serious. Y'all gotta cut that out. You have to stop that. That's what has to be reversed. You have to look, acknowledge that energy, and don't break her down for being sure of herself. Initially. Now, after the fact, if she's on some bullshit and, is okay, it is what it is. We already know. We know toxic people. But initially, we don't know these individuals. And we don't know, right? And we don't know what each other is going through. We got some people with some very serious, heavy shit. So we look at someone and because their face is scowled up or they're moving in a different, we don't know. They may have a cancer diagnosis. They may have just been beaten by whoever's in the home with them. They maybe could have suffered a death in the family. We don't know. But we take everything personal because we're so beat up by the systems and these institutions that we begin to mistreat each other. You understand? So initially, women have to start getting in a space of not opening your arms. I'm not telling you to do that because people is off, but at least have a welcoming presence initially. It doesn't take but 2 seconds to get on your bullshit if need be. But initially, be in a space where we are more, right, inviting of each other. I had to make that shit a habit because, again, as a young person coming up, as a man who was trained to hurt, to brutalize, to murder, I always looked at anyone as a challenge, as a meal. So I didn't want to know you. I don't want to know you. You understand? We have to shift that. So now I did not forget what I know. I did not forget how savage I am. You understand? But that is not what I lead with. I always lead from a space of humility and empathy. Because I don't know. And the shit that I know, the harm that I can give somebody is not for them. It's not for them. It's for our enemies. You understand? So we got to get into a different space of how we deal with each other. We have to do that. And that's not coming from no goddamn book, no Bible, no Quran, no none of that. That is not in there. I'm telling you, this is something that can only be taught in practice and in communication. Because if it was in there, we wouldn't be where we at right now. We just wouldn't. You had the highest level of Islamic scholars breaking that down on many different ways. You had Bible thumpers. You had all type of people in the Torah. It's not there. Nothing's in there that's specific to the black woman that has been taken out. And can't nobody tell you, well, they found it over here and put it back in. And none of that shit. You're only going to gain this when you struggle with each other, when you war with each other, going against your oppressor. That's it. And before you can war with them, you have to start from your thoughts. How do we think? And then do a manifestation of that. So when women look at each other, start looking at each other in a space of where that is my potential comrade. That I may need her, she may need me. And even if you don't meet her, even if it goes left, that should be your initial thought as a liberator. Get me? We have to move in that manner. Everybody else does it in the face. Now, whatever they do behind closed doors, whatever they do, that's on them. I'm not speaking for any other nation. I'm not speaking for any other people. I'm talking about us. They put their shit first. So when you see it, it looks like a united front. But they're not. Ours. We have to start showing each other better. All right? Next. My husband had to check so many women in the UK looking at me crazy. I didn't even notice. It happens all the time, right? But tell him that ain't his job. That ain't his job. His job is not to be confrontational like that. Nah, he shouldn't be doing that. He shouldn't be doing that. All his job is to protect you. And protecting you is not being vocal and checking them. Nah. His job is to show you this is how they do. All right? I told a little girl walking past me, a compliment. She had the cutest fro. She perked up and smiled so brightly when I told her how beautiful her hair was. Show love, right? Definitely to the babies. Definitely. 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 Salute Boston in the house. All right? You experience pretty girl problems on a regular? Yeah, well, you bald. We done had this discussion. There's nothing more intimidating than a bald black woman. That shows the ultimate level of confidence in the society where they told you gotta wear a wig and a perm. A bald black woman is something that is feared. So of course you're gonna get issues. They're gonna try to knock you off that perch. You know? You know how that go. And you got them legs. So cut out your bullshit. Welcome to struggle. Welcome to the struggle. Slaughter, salute, salute. Next, let's go. Let's get it, y'all. We 40 minutes in. Let's come on. Ain't nothing off the table when it comes to woman up. Nothing off the table when it comes to woman up. What y'all want to know? I've been seeing some real disturbing ads and stuff like that. It's a lot. It's a lot. And again, this is your safe space. You dig? This is your safe space. You ask another one? Where you at, Kelly? Talk about it. Where you at? Let me scroll up. Boom, 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 boom. What are your thoughts on single parenthood in our community? Well, I'll tell you this. Mike Gilbert, salute. When it comes to single parents, I know of many. And this is not something that is new. Most of my girlfriends coming up were single parents after a certain age. And I believe maybe when I came back from the service, I was 20. Matter of fact, I can remember at 18, one of my girlfriends went away to college. She was only there shit, not even 6 weeks, maybe about 5 weeks, and she wrote me a letter talking about how uh, sad she was because she missed me, and then about 6 weeks she was pregnant, so she was a single parent, early. By the time I came from the service, almost every girl I dealt with um, was a parent and they were single. It's going to be consistent in a space where they know that um, as a unit, right, as a fighting unit, we need all hands on deck, right? Um, but there are struggles with dual parents in a home just as much as a single parent. I always tell y'all that there are two mothers that I know of that I'm very fond of and have long-term relationships, bonds with. There was one who, by the time I met her, she already had two little ones and was on her third. Might have been her fifth one or her third. Um, and by the time I, went away on my special vacation, she ended up with four little ones, no nothing, no GED, anything. And to this day, her whole entire life changed. Four with no GED. She actually now, she might be on her way to retiring. She works for the state in which she in. She's on her second master's degree. Three of the girls, two graduated college. One is still in college. She did her thing. There's another one who I'm, very tight with. When I met her, she again, four, no GED. In the projects, everything looked bleak. Boom. Shit, the oldest one now is working. Um, the second oldest is out of high school, onto her career. The third is getting ready to graduate. This is her senior year. And the fourth is in middle school. You understand? No man, no consistent man around. It happens. It happens. Then for me, who are sitting here, and again, people want to say, boom, that's the general. That's the comrade. Damn, he's super sharp. Yes, everything was in the home. Two-parent home. I had the God in the home. That's my light. That was my father, my mother, present, everything, love, all that. Two-parent home, and still ended up where I ended up. You understand? We take different paths, right? We take different paths. It happens. And again, most of my peers who I grew up with, we all, all of us had a father in the house. We all had fathers. We all knew each other fathers, and at any given time, one of those men could chastise all of us. You understand? Is it something that we can consider in a better space? I don't know. Sometime that other parent in the crib may be more toxic than them not being there. Again, I watched my father, I watched my hero just tumble through addiction. You understand? I mean, just fell all the way off to the bottom. That had an effect on me. I couldn't understand that. I couldn't process that at all. This is the man who gave me the lessons, who gave me the degrees, who gave me my shahada, who put Mal's little red book in my hand, who taught me about Huey. My mother taught me about Asada. This man, and completely fell off. Now, I just happened to be of an age where I was able to take that information, to take that love, to take that nurturing and survive through the crack epidemic and things like that without him being directly there. We need others, and we're in a space now where we can utilize mentorship from almost anywhere. These kids are learning how to be, via these technologies. If you focus in on growth and not on the bullshit, of course you're going to miss elements of that human touch that a father has, the experience that a mother has. We got a lot of single fathers out there. You understand that's doing it. We can work through it. And people work through it every day. Every day. But they got to lean. We have to lean on each other. We have to. So, of course, we got a lot of single mothers out there, but they doing their thing. We got a lot of single fathers out there. They doing their thing. They doing their thing. I'm just the one to say, yo, listen, whatever your struggle is, if you are in a space where you can, you know what I'm saying? Yes, Mecca, salute. Definitely. If you are able to get information, actual information that deals with your circumstances in real time, you can make it through. And then there are surrogates that you can gravitate towards. And when my father fell off, I really, really ran to my books. I really, really ran to my inner self and had to rely on myself to deal with what was going on around me. And my rebelliousness came from that little bit of knowledge, right? And not there wasn't an institution around that I believed in. So I had to make my own choices because I didn't see solace in any of it. Not in a mosque, not in school, not in a service. I didn't see solace in none of that. I just made sure that my mother, right, was the one that I relied on, and I allowed her to rely on me. That's where I got it from. That's why I said, no, I have to make her proud. I have to give her a sense of security. And I got to navigate through this shit in order to make sure, right, that she was at ease. That's all we could do. That's all we could do. Now it's at a different pace. We have a lot that's accessible to us. So yeah, of course, single parenting is going to be rough. It's going to be rough. But we're in a space now where we don't have to be in that position. You dig? That's what we have to rely on. All right? We don't have to do it. So what I do, I make sure I encourage children around me to know that. You dig? Boss Moss, are you a queen? I don't know if you're a queen. That name is not familiar. But I'll answer. Remember, this is Woman Up. What do you think about Trump saying that he will be giving death penalties to drug dealers? No other drugs. Well, to each his own. To each his own. There's death penalty on the books. It's death penalties on the books. And your ass don't know it, or you choose to do it. Oh, hey, it is what it is. I don't have compassion for drug dealers. I just don't. I don't have compassion for drug dealers. I don't have compassion for anybody that's going to rape and harm children. So, my enemies deal with you. It is what it is. I've never been a narcotics dealer. So, I could care less. Just being honest and transparent. All right? So if any women on here, since it's Woman Up, have somebody who they are in relations with, who peddles drugs. That's their worry. They need to get rid of them or move away from them. I don't respect it. It is, the fuck, same way you selling that shit, you could be selling tomatoes. Yeah, and this fentanyl could be any, again, I don't, like I said, our enemy is our enemy, man. They do what they want to do. We have to do what we want to do. But in the course of that, and you having an awareness of that knowledge, now you can make the proper adjustments. Whenever they tell you that they're going to do something, you understand? That's better for you. You telling me? Okay, cool. I like that. Good. I know. The harm is when you don't know. Like when you don't know what's on the books, you don't know what's in the tax laws, you don't know, and now you caught up. All right? You dig? Okay, Queens. Let's go, Queens. Let's continue to make this what it is. Woman up. I've been seeing too many Plan B commercials too. Well, only on BET. When I get stuck in the house sometime and I try to stomach through BET, that's very disturbing. Very disturbing. I'm seeing a lot of that. I'm seeing a lot of, drugs and a lot of things pertaining to how we deal with each other sexually and different behaviors and patterns and shit. That shit is just awkward, Being busy in the streets more than likely most drug dealers don't know. Well, then that's them. That's on their ass. You can't tell me nothing about no gun laws and the stick-up game. And I ain't been out there in a minute. I'm in the streets every day, but I know everything about it. The charge, how much time it costs, all that. So how much time comes with it, rather. If you in the drug game and you don't know what's coming down the pipe, then that's on you. You's a dummy. You's a dummy. And when they charge you with something to talk about giving you the death penalty, that's your ass, Mr. Postman. That's it. That's it. Where my queens at? I miss any question? Queen comrades, where y'all at? Talk about it. Ooh. Talk about it. We'll be coming up on an hour. And I don't want to get in a space where we're going too much further ahead. Remember, I'm supposed to have book clubs tonight and a whole lot of other stuff. So let's get it. What do you think about Kanye hanging with the racist Nick guy, and how much are we going to have to put up with him? And that's what you asking, sister? Really? Don't care about who Kanye hang out with? Who he supposed to hang out with? He ain't hanging out with me. He ain't hanging out with Doggy Diamonds. He ain't hanging out with Jay. Who else he supposed to hang out with? He gonna hang out with somebody who gonna hang out with him. And he's gonna be here a long time. He's gonna be here until somebody knock him off. You dig what I'm saying? We're not putting up with him. We're just watching him. We're being amused by him. And some of the truths that he is, putting out there. There's some very serious truths that's being spoken by him, right? Like some of the things I've always said. You are only worth what they say you are worth. Once they say you're not worth that anymore, it's out of here. You don't own shit. You don't own shit. I always ask people, what bank do these billionaires put their money in? You think it's in Citibank? You think it's in Citizens? You think where is this bank? What do these checks look like? This is all projected income. These are things that they do with the sleight of hand. It's paper. shame is not actual fact, but it puts you in a pocket where they have, access to certain individuals. So of course he's in a different space. Darrell, salute, salute, salute. You understand? He's in a different space. But again, excuse me, don't think that these people act alone. When they do something on their own accord and from their own mental space, and they're in disagreement with the movement, with the agenda, with the team, then you witness them get spanked, right? I, I keep making an attempt to cut a clip, and I want y'all to look at it. Matter of fact, I might put it in the comment section of this build. There was an interview that Herschel Walker did in the late 80s. And it was just a regular average football interview. But the thing that struck me was when they asked him about his contract. And they asked him, like, okay, because remember, he wasn't in the NFL. He was in the USFL. And he was signed by the New Jersey Generals. And he asked him, what do you feel about your contract? And, and I'm paraphrasing. He said, well, I'm going to honor my contract, because that's who I am. When I give my word, I give my word for life. Do you know who the contract, who was the owner of that contract, who he signed with, who was the owner of that team? And this was talking about 1988, 89, 87, 88, 89, around that time. The owner of that team and of that contract and of Herschel Walker, the owner was Donald Trump. So this is how long this man has been up under his goddamn charge. This man has been up under him. And when he said, hey, you, come on, boy, I need you to honor this. You're going to run for office. You're going to be a Trumper. People don't know that. See, when I research, I go deep. I listen to almost every and anything that I can find to put these pieces together. Donald Trump had him under contract since 1980s. You understand? So there's no telling who owns Ye. He already told you he's a slave. He don't own himself. He already told you that. So we have no idea. No idea. And again, when y'all watch the replay, I'm going to make sure I put it in the comments. And it'll blow your mind. You're like, damn. Because I do believe I wanted to see if he spoke the same, if he was as dumb back then as he is now. We just weren't paying attention. You did. So you got to go deep with this shit. That's why when they talk that conscious and woke and all that other bullshit, these dudes is not here. This is that new woke shit. These are dudes that are opportunists, that are trying to pull as much of your attention as they can. Because if they can pull your attention and get you to believe in them and they are misdirecting the true movement, then they won. So when I'm here and my numbers are low and the attention is not on me, the attention is on you and you believing in you and who you are, of course we get scrutinized. Of course they make sure that we don't get to where we need to get to have a broader audience, because I'm giving you common sense and truth. And most of my recollection of individuals and these peoples, I go back and research. A lot of the shit been scrubbed. A lot of the things you cannot find. You understand? A lot of the things back then we weren't recording. So you miss a lot. And what wasn't recorded, I make sure I retain. So I say, you can't do shit with me. I know the truth. I sat at the heels of Dr. Clark. I heard him speak. I heard Leonard Jeffries speak on a regular basis. Was in tune with the message and made an attempt to manifest their messages through my action. So when people are talking about these people in their books, I've had them speak directly to me. I touch their energy. And this is what I make myself accessible to. to you. So you can know the truth. So when I tell you that these dudes are frauds and they nothing but niggas, niggerheads, they not there, they showmen. And I've reached out to many of them. And they see me. And if they didn't see me on Doggy's platform, I've been on their platform. I've been in the streets. It's just what it is. So we're gonna have to deal with, with the yays and all this shit. It doesn't matter. At any given time, once you don't pay attention to it, it goes away. Once you refocus your energy, your thoughts, your research on different things, you don't even acknowledge that. You don't see it. You don't hear it. It's gone. You dig? There's nothing. They're not there. They're not there. Do y'all know what Snoop did yesterday? No, because y'all don't give a damn. That shit doesn't move you. You understand what I'm saying? Y'all know what DJ Clark Kent did? No. Y'all don't know shit. Until somebody sensationalizes it. All right? It doesn't matter. So the minute that he is out of our earshot is gone. Right? Do any of y'all remember who King Face was? Or, y'all remember him? And any of y'all know him? Or know the work? Or seen how much discourse and bullshit that transpired with him? Do y'all remember that? He out of here now. Half of the people don't even know who he is. You understand? Gone. Out of here. But people were so engaged in a conversation, so emotionally charged with picking sides. And for what? Nothing he said or did amounted to the quality of the lives of anybody else. I'm here to enhance the quality of your life. What are we going to do? How do we get better? How do we prepare? How do we engage on a regular basis? If it ain't encouraging life, fuck out of here. Don't mean shit. You don't mean nothing. It's a bunch of bullshit. And if it's old and it's rhetorical, get out of here. So come on, Queens, what's next? Because I see a lot of kings in here, and y'all need to shame the devil. Because a lot of these kings ain't doing y'all right in the bed. So y'all got any questions, let me know. Yeah, because they sure is talking a lot in y'all space. And when it's time for men's up, they don't want y'all in the building. They in y'all space, so y'all need to shame the devil. Start asking some deeper questions. Let me know what's going on. If y'all mans ain't right. What's up? Told y'all this is a safe space. Where y'all at? Kelly, V, T. Yeah, they're always around, but they're usually quiet. They ain't quiet today. They sure is trying to take the direction of the conversation. They must be shook. What y'all queens want to know? What y'all queens want to know? Can't wait for Man Up Day. I might do Man Up today. Well, it depends. I might do it a little later. It's early. I might go have me a little snacky snack and come back and do the Man Up. Men Up. And get down to nitty gritty. Because men don't be bullshitting since they be wanting to know. They be wanting to know. They be wanting to know. Nah, you ain't got no brain fart. Ain't no mind fart. You scared. Because I see a whole lot of conversations. I mean, on social media, like, okay, how come these women don't ask this shit and woman up? They sure be on these different pages and groups and all that. The Cash App is Bliz, BLIZ 155. You got the name. L Bliz with 3 BLIZ 155. All right? Come on. You want to hear that too? It ain't for you to hear, Kelly. It ain't for you to hear. You better be quiet if you up in the building, because we going to be talking about all that. Especially when it comes to y'all little box. We got to have a discussion. I see my men don't know what the hell they doing. So, yeah. All right. As long as it's black, it's always black. You see this skin, what else is going to be? Mister? Women listen to trap music that's coming from female rappers. Come on, Jules. Who the hell you think propelled them? It ain't you. You ain't buying none of it. It's the women. The women push that. The women push that. Women push all music. Women are the consumers. Men don't buy shit. You know. They don't buy shit that doesn't affect them physically. Men rarely purchase anything that doesn't move them. So men buy liquor, right? Cars, clothes. Men don't buy that shit. Men don't buy music. You going to buy Stephanie Mills CD or stream a Stephanie Mills song? No, men don't do that. Men go to the concert because the women is there. You dig? You out? Be safe, Sean. Be safe. Men spend more money than women? Yeah, they do, because they buy more expensive shit. And most of the time, they spend money on women. If it wasn't for that, they wouldn't spend it. They wouldn't spend it. Crazy? Nah, they wouldn't spend it. They spend it on women. Or to try to impress women, so they buy dumb shit. Men would not spend a nickel if it wasn't for women and kids. I'm telling you, men wouldn't spend nothing. Let me see, I got some of the same shit on in these videos for years. Years. These damn long john shirts been since Christmas since 2012. Good goddamn long john shirts. Buy shit? For what? For what? I ain't got to impress no woman. I got this right here. Wah. Shit. Get me back in my backsliding days. I'll talk you out your drawers and have them around your neck somewhere. I don't need to buy shit. A lot of people do. They do. You understand? You know it is what it is. All right? I'm saying it's just that simple. Shit. Y'all don't want to see no pictures from that then. Y'all would have a whole different feel about the kid if you see me in my backsliding days. My lower level days. Bliz, salute for the green screen. Oh yeah, it was a sight. It was a sight. Telling you. And trust. I was trained, put on a game by one of Memphis' finest. So if anybody from Memphis is in the building, shit. I was trained by Charlie Lemon. All right? International. But that ain't here nor there. All right? So look, it's an hour 110. I gotta save some for Man Up. Or Men Up. You know. All right? Because men gonna get it in. Oh, I'm telling you, they gonna get it in tonight. They gonna ask all type of shit. Y'all women be playing. The men gonna come on now because they going through it. They want to know, especially them young ones, they want to have answers to a whole lot of stuff. And I'm going, hey, that's what I'm here for. All right? So it's always, and what's funny, and I'm telling you, any of the men that's still up in here, I'm telling you, these women start DMing me all type of shit. Now, when it come to women up, they don't ask nothing. What time is man up? Look, 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 I gotta do laundry. How you wait till Saturday to do laundry? You're supposed to knock that shit out during the week. You wildin'. Unless you got laundry and you know wash and dry in your crib, then that's different. But I get my shit done. I try to make sure Friday don't come in with no damn laundry. And I ain't going out there to mess with them people on a Saturday. You want me to wait because you got laundry. You got drawers and shit to wash. Come on, man. Keeping it real, I was a closet drinker, alcohol only. I haven't had a drink for 3 years. So, okay. That's right, Deborah. That's right. You don't need no drinker. I can tell you how to kick that habit. You DM me on IG. You get a few sessions. Believe me, I done been to 50,000 different AA programs and all type of shit. You know, I keep telling y'all, book y'all assessments, man. Get y'all a coach. Y'all can, 3 years is good. That's what I'm talking about. It's excellent. It's excellent. Yeah. No doubt. Okay? No doubt. But yeah, fellas, this one want me to wait till he finish laundry. Nah, sorry, my brother. Nah, man. You gonna have to get your own. That's simple. That ain't wait for you. If I come back in 10 minutes, you just missing out. Here's one for woman up. Let's go on. Talk about it. Come on, talk about it. Talk about it. You see how they do me, right, Kelly? Yeah, nah. So as I say I'm out of here, I'm out of here. Talk about it. Let's go. Come on now. Come on. You've been doing a lot of inner healing. That's good, definitely. Oh, come on, Shawnee. How can you not? Man rule number one. That ain't man rule number one. Oh, man. What is that? What is that? And is that? How can you tell men that when wars are fought over Punani? What the hell do you think they fighting wars over? Hmm? Ladies, start loving who love you so serious. We gotta stop being petty and looking for superficial things. Amen. You dig? Yeah. Look, it went to the brain. Ah, man. Can't deny what it is. It is what it is. It just can't be the all in all, determining factor in how men move. Fine, you're an older man, ladies. You don't think there's no old fools? Come on now. All older men ain't the shit. Now some old ass fools. Crazy too. For an older man for what? For what? Some old men are foolish. Some old men, a lot of old ass dummies. And then they get worse, because now they old and they Peterwood might not work. So now you got an old broke fool. They ain't always good. Come on now. Oh, no, 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 no. No. Ain't about the age. You're going to stop that. You're going to stop shitting on them young men. Some of them young men is right and exact. You know? Nah, we're not going to do that. We ain't going to do that. Cut it out. Cut it out. Look, man, let me do it. Let me go ahead. Now y'all get ready to turn this into something else. We gonna be back. Man, look for the notification. All right? For Man Up. I'm gonna make sure we're gonna try to get book club in there. A comrade already hit me, so we're gonna see what's going on with that. We might have another outspoken or something tonight. Oh, and we didn't announce anything, so um, the outspoken wasn't taken down by YouTube last night. Doggy had to make some edits on it. Um, so it should be up by now. If not, it'll be reposted later so y'all could catch the replay. All right. Hard to find a loving man, Jules. A lot of these men are broken. They don't love themselves. The reason why I say that because men only take care of younger women. 100% of young men won't take care of you. Most women don't know how to take care of themselves. And the men who don't know how to take care of you never had no example. They never seen their daddy take care of their mama. So nobody know how to take care of nobody. So if the woman don't know how to take care of herself, how's a man gonna know how to take care of her? You ain't see your daddy take care of your mama, then you all twisted up. And if women haven't seen that example, then they don't know what the hell's going on. We have to know how to take care of ourselves. So you have to acknowledge yourself, recognize yourself, understand the conditions that you are in. Find your purpose, and then you'll be able to either give love or receive love. Say, fuck out of here. Your daddy ain't take care of your mama. You ain't seen that. No. So most men don't know how to treat women. That's why I gotta do Man Up. So I can show them what's what. If anything, I know how to take care of women. I take care of women. You dig? That's what it is. All right? We'll come back. Yeah, East Coast, you just come back. You over. Now you might not be back because you 6 hours away, huh? On the time. So we'll try to work you in. If not, you catch the replay. You catch the replay. You know what I'm saying? Men are more likely to take care and do more for a younger woman than his own age. No, he can't. The younger women will burn him out. They burn them out. Y'all looking at surface level examples. Young women work rings around them old dudes. You understand what I'm saying? Oh, gee, a lot of these women still be choosing bums, even if they grew up with both parents. Being toxic is cool. Yeah, they made toxic cool until somebody hit you upside your damn head. You understand? The thing is, and before I leave, I'm gonna address that, G's. People look at things without dealing with the true impact. So it's all fun and games until your ass is in the hospital, right? I see people driving 40, 50 and shit on a 25-mile-per-hour street, and it's all fun and games until they smack themselves into a tree or kill somebody. And sometimes they still don't learn. You understand? Until you are deep, deep in that punishment, until you are deep, deep into the consequences of your actions. So it's all fun, right? Until they gotta live in it. And that's why so many of our people running around with this higher level PTSD that we haven't defined yet. Because they shell shocked, because they done went through some shit. So the girl thought it was funny to have that little young boy who always grabbing on her and tussling on her when they are teenagers, and then when they in their mid-20s and he's punching her in the fucking eye every night. You understand? He's whipping her kids out, and she in the throes of being battered. It ain't fun no more. But you done went through years of grief and trauma before you realize that shit. So again, yeah, they think it's fun and games. But we don't deal with that here. Here we deal with the reality of what we going through. And men and women don't understand how to love each other because we've been taught centuries and centuries of how loving each other is going to be harmful because our enemies deem it as a threat. So you have to be taught the behavior, the character of what it means to truly have each other's back. And then once you do that, everything gets greater, right? The sex is greater, the money's greater, the being around the children is great. You're growing. But you can't do it when you got other shit on your mind that don't pertain to your growth. So you can have the baddest looking chick in the world, but you don't know how to love her because she can't respond to you. Woman can have the best looking man, dude is doing what he do. She cheats. She don't care. She don't understand that. You got dudes that can make money but can't take care of a woman. You got all that type of shit going on. You understand? Because you can make money. Or you can keep a job, but you can't keep a woman. You don't know the ABCs of taking care of this female, of this entity. You don't even fucking wash your hands every day. You don't know how to take care of it. So you want it. You want a bad chick. You want a woman. You want somebody to listen to, but you don't listen to them. You don't. Woman is something that ain't nothing to, yo. If you can't take care of a flower, if you can't take care of a plant, you damn sure can't take care of a woman. You don't know what the fuck you doing. Dudes don't even know how to wash female underwear. You don't know what to use. They don't care to do it. Fuck you. So everybody's confused. Because you think that taking care of is the resource. Because that's what Whitey told you. Have money, everything is good. Come on, how come everybody that got money don't have their counterpart, don't have a black woman, don't have a black man? Huh? If that was the answer. You don't know how to take care and nurture each other. You just don't. You don't. I see it every day. I see it every day. You dig? So again, you know, I'm up out of here. If y'all want me to come back, I gotta go. I gotta go. My ass is hungry. It's hungry. So men, if you got questions, come through. Don't be playing no games. So we get down to the nitty gritty. You understand? Men, all right? Yeah, look, Shawnee. No doubt. So again, I love my people. Remain militant. You dig? Remain militant. Don't believe in me. Believe in my belief in you. Salute. All right? Peace and power. Until later on. Be aware of your surroundings. Be safe. Soldier first. Make it home. Make it home. Make it home. Hey, you better talk. How old is you and your daughter? That might be too old for you. You better cut it out. All right? I'm telling you. I know some things. Cut it out. All right, V. No doubt. Kiss my no-no for me. All right? Yeah, don't laugh, Kelly, because you already know. Shit. I'll come across that damn bridge. All right?